Gangasagar, a famous religious place of Hindus, is an island located in Bay of Bengal, 100 kilometers from Kolkata. Far away, Gangasagar is part of the Sundarbans Delta, but it is known for its religious features more than its geographical features. Every year, Gangasagar Mela is celebrated at the tip of this Sagar island from where the river Ganges enters the Bay of Bengal. This Prayag has been named as Gangasagar. This is a temple of Kapil Muni here which holds special significance. Gangasagar is the biggest pilgrimage place after Kumbh Mela, where hundreds of people come from holy bath. On the day of Makar Sankranti in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, up to many years, about 12 lakh people come here for bath. According to Hindu text, Lord Vishnu came to earth in the form of Kapila Muni. He built his ashram at this place and became absorbed in penance. During this time, King Sagar was earning a lot of merit due to his deeds on the earth, due to which Indra, the king of gods, was seen shaking his throne. Indra played a trick and stole King Sagar's sacrificial horse and left it near Kapil Muni's ashram. King Sagar sent his 60,000 sons to find that horse. When the sons of King Sagar found the horse near Kapila Muni's ashram, they accused Kapila Muni of theft. Unaware of Indra's trick, Kapila Muni became enraged by this false allegation and he consumed all the sons of King Sagar and sent them to Hades. When Kapil Muni came to know about the real thing, he could not take back his curse. But he told the way to bring salvation to the son of King Sagar. If Mother Parvati descended in the form of water on the earth and touched the ashes of the sons of King Sagar, then according to Hindu beliefs, her lost action would have been completed and she would have attained salvation and went to heaven. In order to bring salvation to the sons of King Sagar, their relative King Bhagirath did sever penance so that Mother Parvati would come to earth. And finally, Parvati descended to earth in the form of goddess Ganga, and by her touch, the sons of King Sagar attained salvation. According to the Hindu calendar, the date of Ganga arrival on the earth is on Uttarayan or Makar Sankranti. That is why lakhs of people take bath in Gangasagar on this day so that they can attain heaven. How to reach Gangasagar? In Kolkata, you will find buses and taxis to go to Kagdweep from any place. From Kagdweep, you can easily get ferries to Gangasagar. Nearest airport: Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport in Kolkata is the nearest airport from Gangasagar. Nearest railway station: Sealdah is the closest of the major railway stations from here. went to visit Gangasagar. Most tourists and pilgrims come here in January. The weather here is also good during this time. Apart from this, it will be great if you visit here anytime during the cold season. The legend of Gangasagar, how the holy river meets the vast sea. Kapil Muni, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, was the son of Kardam Rishi and Devhuti. Once, when he was meditating in his ashram, 60,000 sons of Emperor Sagar of his wife Sumati reached there in search of the lost horse meant for Ashwamedha sacrifice. The horse was secretly kept there by Lord Indra, which fact was unknown to both Kapila Muni and the sons of Emperor Sagar. They found out the horse over there and thought it to have been stolen by Kapila Muni. They started to disturb and disregard the meditating Muni, which made him greatly annoyed. So he burnt all the 60,000 sons of Sagar to ashes by his wrath and sent their soul to hell. Later on, Bhagirath, the great grandson of Emperor Sagar, wanted to perform Shraddha of his ancestors in order to help them to attain moksha. But as Agastya Muni drank all the water in the sea, Shraddha ceremony could not be held. Though deep prayer, Bhagirath satisfied Lord Shiva to release river Ganga from heaven to the labyrinth of his hair and from there to be fallen on earth. That is why Lord Shiva is also called Gangadhar, and Bhagirath is known to have brought Ganga Maya on earth. Which Ganga Jal, water of river Ganga, Shraddha of 60,000 deceased sons of Emperor Sagar could be performed. Their souls were freed and ascended to heaven by attaining moksha. However, Ganga Maya, by all her kindness, stayed back on earth. The confluence of river Ganga with Sagar is called Gangasagar, where temple of Kapil Muni is situated. Once we reached Sagar beach, we decided to have the holy bath first. Though it was in January between 10th to 15th, the very first day of Sagar Mela for this, but we found many pilgrims already arrived from different parts of India. After having the bath, we felt fresh and rejuvenated, and our fatigue was vanished. Then we started to roam about in the fair. Since the area was coastal one, the surface was full of silver sand. The life of the fair is unique one. People from different cross sections of the society and people who normally do not belong to our recognized definition of society do assimilate here to make a colorful conglomeration. I saw most of the pilgrims were from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand and Odisha. Participation of Bengalis was less as compared to them. Devotees from other states were also not so significant in number. Many priests, Panditji, were available to offer their portfolio of services. When some priests were helping pilgrims to do Shraddha ceremony of ancestors, some others were doing puja rituals with Godan, donating the holy cow. The same cow was donated several times by different pilgrims. The cow did not have an opportunity to know how it contributed to national economy. There were many rich pilgrims who were donation something. A lot of them. It would have been a more satisfying scene had the items been offered to the really needy or deprived member of the society. There were many sadhus walking in the fair who smeared their bare body with white ash. Naga sadhus were not visible in the fair area, though I visited their hutted accommodations later. We can observe a peculiar practice along the sea line. We can see devotees to throw coins to the sea. Some boys were collecting those coins from inside the sea water with the help of magnets. They fixed many circular shaped magnets together and searched the coins continuously in the knee deep water. At most of time they were successful. Gangasagar Mela, a shortcut to heaven. Fair is the second biggest congregation of Hindu pilgrims after the Kumbh Mela. The Gangasagar Mela is observed annually and only on Sagar Deep, Sagar Island. Every year during Makar Sankranti, pilgrims from all over the country come to take a holy dip at the confluence of the river Ganges and Bay of Bengal, followed by offering prayers at the Kapil Muni temple. This temple is immersed in legendary tales and is highly revered among devotees. A large number of festivities take place in the state throughout the year. Amongst them, one of the most famous is the Gangasagar Mela. It is held in the month of January-February on the Gangasagar Island at the mouth of the river Hooghly in Bengal. It is attended by thousands of pilgrims every year. A dip in the water at this place during Gangasagar Mela is considered to be extremely sacred. On the day of Makar Sankranti, January 14th, when the sun makes a transition to Capricorn from Sagittarius, it is said that the bath become a holy source of salvation. The holy river Ganges, after originating from Gangotri and traveling through plains of Rishikesh and Haridwar, reaches Bengal, where it is named Hooghly. In Bengal, this sacred river merges with the sea. Legend has it that before combining with the sea, the Ganga watered the mortal remains of King Bhagirath's grandfather, King Sagar's 60,000 sons, liberating their soul from the cycle of life and death forever. After a dip into the holy river here, people generally visit Kapila Muni temple situated nearby to worship the idol enshrined there as a mark of respect. The story behind Kapilamuni temple goes that King Sagar performed an Ashwamedha Yatra to win over the entire universe. When his horse was about to win the entire earth, Indra, the king of heaven, became alarmed. He stole the blessed horse and tied near Kapilamuni's ashram. King Sagar's 60,000 sons thought Kapilamuni to be the culprit and disturbed him when he was truly engrossed in meditation. Out of anger, Kapilamuni cursed them to turn into ashes. It is said that the Bhagirath, the only grandson of King Sagar, mediated over years to persuade River Ganga to step down from heaven and wash the mortal remains of his ancestors and bless them with this salvation. The temple today marks the presence of Kapilamuni's ashram. Every year, a long fair is arranged at Gangasagar Island in January and February. The fair becomes highly crowded on the Makar Sankranti day. It is assumed to be the largest annual gathering of devotees in India. The popularity of this fair can be understood from the fact that without any formal or informal invitation, advertisement and organizing authority, more than 1 million pilgrims come here every year from different parts of India just to take holy dip in the Ganges. Apart from the general pilgrims, the assemblage of Nagar Sadhus here gives a unique identity to this fest. Naga Sadhus and Sannyasis. Among thousands of pilgrims who attend Gangasagar Mela are the Naga Sadhus. They live in campus where they perform rituals. These rituals are attained by many devotees. They even perform various forms of yoga, which is meant for others to watch. Some Naga Sadhus have white paint smeared all over their bodies and some are without it. These Naga Sadhus are one of the biggest attractions in Gangasagar Mela. Kapilamuni Temple. Kapilamuni Temple is situated Gangasagar. It is believed that the deity was set up in 1437 by Swami Ramanand. The structure is a stone block considered to be a representation of sage Kapil. The ideal of the saint holds a small pot of water in his left hand and rosary in the right. Images of Bhagirath, Ram and Seta can also be seen here. The annual Ganga Sagar Mela is celebrated Makar Sankranti day here. Pilgrims take a holy dip in the Ganges. Before going to the temple, Sagar Island is 130 kilometers from Kolkata. The great sage Kapilamuni referred to in the legend is represented by a block of stone which is anointed and worshipped. The original site of the temple has been washed away by the sea, but an attractive new temple has replaced the previous temple. There are the emblems of sea, Ganga Devi and Bhagiratha besides that of Kapilamuni. Just 2 kilometers north of Bakhali is a town for Frazerganj, which is named after Andrew Fraser. Fraser in early 1900s tried to build the area into a resort, which he could not as the waves frequently washed the construction. His office ruins can still be seen here. A wind energy farm that generates 1 million watts and is soon going to be extracted to produce 2 million watts is located in Frajirganj. Blessed by a Naga Sadhu was an amazing experience. Gangasagar Mela near Kolkata in West Bengal. This Mela is one of the most famous fests. It is held in the month of January. We know on the Gangasagar island at the confluence of the ocean and the river Hooghly. After refreshing dip in the holy waters, as we could strolling leisurely in the market. This one was Nagasadhu, and this unique assemblage of Nagasadhus here gives a unique identity to this festival. Hundreds of sadhus, some smeared with ash and some with vermilion and sandalwood paste, perform pujas and yagnas here for days. They spend their days smoking marijuana and they cover their bodies with ashes. The path from the temple goes straight to the beach where people congregate for the tea. Usually this is one of the coldest phases along the southern tip of West Bengal. The temperature taking a nosedive with the occasional rain and the chilly breeze. Snatches of robust community singing could be heard from the various akara and the temples. It also helps to keep yourself warm. In some places, people listen to religious discourses. It was also not uncommon to find groups of men surrounding a Naga sannyasi or two with the hope of being allowed a smoke from their hookah. We had risen before dawn and arrived at the beach to meet a sea humanity. The faith that drove these people to brave the cold and inconveniences from the sake of salvation had to be seen, to be believed. Then, as the appointed hour arrived, cries of Ganga Mata Ki Jai rent the air. It was the holy men who first entered the water and then others. It was like a mini India on the move. Many of the groups were led by a holy man or a leader. How the people managed to follow the mass of raised tridents and flags and managed to distinguish their own groups from others was a mystery to us. It was amazing to find old couples, women with babies in their arms, and even the physically challenged plodding towards the water, indifferent to the commotion around them. Groups of women settled on the wet sand and presented floral offerings. The loudspeakers continued to issue directions to pilgrims, hail the medical personnel, or announce details of people who were either lost or looking for those lost. Priests waved their way through all this, playing their trade. Although it is Not known how old is this festival and fair. Probably the earliest reference can be found in an instruction issued by Governor General Lord Wellesley in 1803 when he banned the ritual throwing the first-born child in the sea. In 1837, a newspaper mentioned an extract that said the temple was around 1400 years old while the deity was installed by Guru Ramanand in 1437 AD. As Makar Sankranti drew to a close, the pilgrims began to depart. A few more days and the place would go back to its normal routine. The beach would lie forlorn, the waves washing away the millions of footprints and chunks of this visible sin of humanity, the garbage. These are the hymns that has been immortalized in heart of every pilgrim who every year travel across the length and breadth of the country to reach the sacred shores of Gangasagar. The gravitas of Gangasagar Mela are beautifully encapsulated by the spirit of the devotees who believe that taking a dip in the holy water of Gangasagar will help them to attain moksha. With just over a month left for the Mela, the South 24 Parganas District Administration is taking exceptional efforts to safeguard the health and safety of pilgrims by following every instruction so that the devotees can celebrate their unwavering faith on the shores of mysticism. Gangasagar, the land where faith meets belief, lies about 100 kilometers from Kolkata. We have already discussed. Gangasagar is poetry in motion. The pilgrimage to Gangasagar is reflection of a fascinating journey from all poets across India. Gangasagar Mela is held during the auspicious period of Makar Sankranti. The Hindu calendar is a luni-solar calendar where adjustments are made regarding lunar and solar cycles to keep track of seasons.